welcome back to Max Reaction. How are you doing today on this Friday? The weekend is here. You got to be excited about that, don't you? Anyway, there's something else to be excited about. Things that every day could kill you. Oh, that's not exciting, is it? But that's what we're going to react to. It's titled, These Everyday Things Might One Day Kill You. So hopefully this doesn't happen to you or I or me or you. I already said that, didn't I? Hopefully it doesn't happen to us, but let's check it out so we can be aware, guys. Let's react to it and talk about it afterwards. Let's do this.
If you've seen our show on how you will die,
Haven't.
you'll know all about the most common ways in which we leave this planet, which for most of us happens after we've lived until a ripe old age.
That would be nice.
You may also know from some of our other shows featuring the scarier aspects of life
Haven't
that
seen
some
those
of us
either.
just have rotten luck, and we may go out in agonizing pain due to some strange disease or even after taking a bite on the butt from one of our 8-legged friends. While most of us do make it to the latter stages of life, every day is full of trapdoors and potholes we might fall
You never
into,
know. You
metaphorically.
never know in life.
Today we'll look at some of the hidden dangers lurking around daily. In this episode of the Infographics Show, these everyday things might one day kill you. Don't forget to subscribe and click the bell button so that you can be part of our notifications.
Surely
We'll
will.
start with germs and something that can be very nasty. This is called E. coli.
Oh.
While most E. coli is okay, some strains of this bacteria can make you very sick.
Especially if you eat it and get it in you.
One such infection is called hemolytic uremic syndrome.
That sounds
this
horrible.
This tends to work destroying your kidneys. Outbreaks are not very common, but they do happen and are usually spread via food that hasn't been cooked properly. In the early 90s, 4 children died from being infected after eating at the burger restaurant Jack in the Box. In 2015,
That's sad.
Chipotle Mexican Grill was blamed for an outbreak, while cheese and soy nut butter has been to blame in other recent outbreaks. Just in 2018
Not gonna eat that. Well, I gotta eat
occurred,
cheese.
And scores of people fell very ill in the US and Canada, and romaine lettuce was suspected of being the culprit. If you want to avoid E. coli infection,
hell yeah.
well, wash your hands after touching animals
I do.
in the bathroom, and make sure you always drink uncontaminated water. There's a good reason why we wash our hands often throughout the day. Bugs are everywhere, and you never know. If you don't wash frequently or clean all your small skin abrasions, you might even come into contact with the bug Staphylococcus
Being food
aureus,
poison
which
sucks,
has
I
been
tell
known
ya.
to cause necrotizing fasciitis, also called flesh-eating disease.
Oh, that'd be
There are
horrible.
literally thousands of
Flesh
kinds of
eating.
bacteria lurking
Flesh
all over the
eating.
house. So, the best you can do is keep the place clean. The New York Times in 2015 reported a study that found dangerous strains of bacteria on many toilet seats.
Oh, what if
E.
you're...
coli, Staphylococcus aureus, Shigella, and Streptococcus.
Well, if you sit on the toilet, it starts eating your butt, man. Ugh, I hate using public restrooms anyway, because they're so dang gross. But sometimes you just got to use them. I ain't gonna lie, I like put toilet paper down all around. I don't know if it helps or not, but it helps me in my mind, because some of those restrooms are just plain nasty.
The report stated that while you might wash your hands after going to the toilet, some others don't.
I watch a lot of people that don't.
The door handles or even the towel dispenser. Okay, so now you are a cleaning maniac, scrubbing every surface in your house.
Everything.
Only you should know that cleaning can also kill if you don't do it right.
Oh,
In 2018,
fumes.
that happened to a man in Illinois after he mixed bleach with a commercial drain cleaner.
I live in Illinois.
If you didn't already know, there are lots of household cleaning products that you really shouldn't mix. The
I don't mix
CDC
any of
actually
them.
writes about this problem, stating that soap and water is often all you need. It gives some strong words of advice. Never mix bleach with ammonia or any other cleaner. You can read forums on the issue of what happens when you do. Some people believe the gas created can be deadly, others disagree, but everyone agrees that it will surely make you feel very ill if you breathe.
Yeah, I don't want to feel ill. Let's not mix them,
Clean a
guys.
lot, be clean, and be careful how you clean. Now
And
that
don't
you've
mix
cleaned
your
bathroom and are feeling
products.
secure, you take a nice, safe bath. Well, bathtub drowning is more common than you think.
Really?
Accidents do happen. PolitiFact actually looked at the numbers of bathtub deaths in the U.S. after someone had said on TV that bathtub death was more common than accidental gunshot death.
Are you... No.
But still,
Really?
The last available
No.
statistics said in 2011 that there were 95 bathtub drownings in the U.S. The CDC reports that indeed, for people who may
Are they
have
drunk or
seizures,
what?
the bathtub can be a very dangerous place. But drowning in the house pool also leads to a lot of American deaths.
I would say so.
80% of which are male. In another report by
Whoa,
the Consumer Product Safety
I'm male.
Division, it was stated that from 2006 to 2010, there was a total of 434 bathtub deaths in the U.S., but most of those involved young kids.
That's sad.
According to the
That's
Wall
real
Street
sad.
Journal, Japan has more bathtub deaths, with 9 out of 10 drownings happening to people over 65. The report
They
stated
fall asleep
4,866
and drown?
people drowned to death in a bathtub in 2014, up 70% over 10 years.
Crazy.
The CDC also puts falls as one of the leading causes of accidental death.
Well, I can see that. You get weak as you get older.
You guessed it,
Old
the bathroom.
people.
Apparently getting out of the bath is statistically way more dangerous than getting in.
Get you a good
mat
mat that's not slippery.
Lurking around the toilet, you might want to head to another room. You go to the kitchen, a place full of sharp knives and things that can burn you. It's also a place that hides potentially dangerous things you eat. As you'll know from our other shows, overdoses of people taking opiate pain medications
don't do that, guys.
Lately.
It's horrible.
Did you know acetaminophen overdose leads to hundreds of yearly deaths in the U.S. alone? So just be careful when taking your Tylenol. And if we're talking about the dangers of eating, that isn't always related to what's in the food.
Choking.
According to Injury Facts 2017, choking accounted for 5,051 deaths.
Wow.
According to Injury Facts 2017,
it's a lot.
Choking accounted for 5,051 deaths in the year 2015. The Daily Mail reported that in England, Scotland, and Wales, choking deaths were up 17% in 2016.
Why? It's crazy.
289 deaths. The blame for most deaths was people just eating too fast. The American Academy of Pediatrics says hot dogs are especially dangerous and should come with a warning label.
Because they bit.
Time wrote a report in 2010 stating choking death in children was 17% of the time hot dog related.
That's nuts. Hot dogs are dangerous. I've heard that before.
Outside. You don't drive because you know road accidents are high on the list of number of accidental deaths. It's not like you'll get caught up in a hurricane because you just checked the weather on your smartphone while you were walking down the street. In fact, if you don't give yourself the opportunity to be poisoned, crash a vehicle, or fall down in a dangerous spot, then you are avoiding the brunt of ways you might accidentally die. As NBC wrote in 2016, in 1999, overdoses, poisonings, and falls accounted for 1 in
5 over half.
Deaths.
More than
now they are more than half of them. They also stated
that's
what we
nuts.
said, and that is that the bathroom is one very dangerous place. But now there is an even newer nuisance, a danger that looks so innocent.
Selfie?
That is death by selfie.
Oh.
In fact, selfie deaths have become so prevalent you can now see a dedicated...
It ain't worth it, guys.
The Telegraph cited a report that said there were 127 reported
It ain't worth the picture for your life.
And September 2016,
it's not.
But more than half of them happened in India. Next was
Why?
Pakistan at 9, USA at 8, Russia at
Why
6,
half in
and
India?
Philippines
What are they
at 4.
doing over there?
In June 2017, the Irish Times called this death by narcissism, stating 29 people have died while taking selfies in 2017.
Let's step on a ledge of a 50-story building.
The deaths included cliff falls, driving accidents, and one man falling from a building. The craze is so bad in India that in Mumbai they now have no selfie zones. We also
sorry guys, it's not funny, but no selfie zones.
Swiping when they should be concentrating on what is in front of them. The National Safety Council in 2017 said the sad thing is, just about everything we have mentioned in this show today that led to someone's death was preventable.
Right.
In the U.S. alone, that was 442 lives each.
That's a lot of lives.
In 2016 that could have been saved.
Whew.
If you almost died doing something we talked about today, let us know in the comments.
No,
also,
thank God.
Be sure to check out our other video called This Is How You Will Die.
Oh, I don't know if I want to check that video out. I don't want to know that. That's something we just don't need to know. But selfie deaths on the rise. I've seen like news where they're like on the Statue of Liberty just hanging off taking selfies, stuff like that. And that just makes me nervous because one of my fears is heights. You won't catch me doing selfies off a cliff, off a building, or off anything like that. But those are all miserable ways to die, especially like food poisoning, man. Have you ever had food poisoning? Oh, I've had it several times in my life. And it is, one time this restaurant called Ryan's, they food poisoned me. Oh, that was horrible. I couldn't quit throwing up for 3 days, pooping out green stuff, puking out green stuff everywhere. It's just something you don't want. I probably had one of the strains of E. coli or something, I'm not sure. My whole family got it actually, so it was just bad news. Anyway, have you ever had food poison or almost been in one of these situations? Comment down below. I'd love to know. I'd love to hear your story, and I'd love to comment back. Hit that subscribe button. Become an MRA member, Max Reaction Army. And also I'm going to link the video down below. Check the creator out. Like his content. Subscribe to his content. And just enjoy, guys. But anyway, next time you choose a reaction, you know what to do. You should always choose a Max Reaction. Why, you ask? Because we're best in the world. That's why. Peace.